Please welcome back to our Kerge YouTube channel. Your first time of watching my video, please kindly click on the subscribe button to subscribe and also click on the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload a new tutorial. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for sticking around. I love you. So today's tutorial is on how to draft a dartless basic gown, and for that you need your shoulder measurement, your waist circumference, butt circumference, your hip circumference, your shoulder to the waist, the shoulder to the nipple, your bust span, and also the gown length. To start off the making of the pattern, I'll first divide my biggest circumference into two, and my biggest circumference is my hip circumference, which is 36. So I'll divide that by 2, and that will be 18. So just make use of your own measurements, divide your biggest circumference into two horizontal. So you're going to input that on your pattern paper horizontally. So 36 divided by 2 is 18 for me. So whatever yours is, if yours is 40 divided by 2, that's 20. So on the pattern paper I have exactly 18 inches for me. So the next thing you do is to divide that into 2 again. That means I'll divide the 18 inches into 2. So whatever yours is, just divide it into 2 again, because we have to draft half for the front and half for the back. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to divide that into 2. So I will have 9 inches on one side and 9 inches on the other side. So if yours is 20, so that means you're going to divide it by 2. You have 10 on one side and 10 on the other side. So depending on the measurement you're working with. So I'm just going to connect the dotted lines that I did together using my marker. Like so. So I've just connected it together like that. So I'll label that other side CF and this side CB. So CF is the center front and the CB is the center back. The CF is where we input the front measurement, and CB is where we input the back measurement. The next measurement I input is the shoulder measurement. That is, I'll input half of the shoulder measurement, which is 7 on both sides, just from the center. From the center front and from the center back, I'll measure that. So where I measured for the front, the 7 inches, I'll come down by 1.5 inch for the shoulder slope for the front, 1.5 for the front. And from there, I will input my armhole measurement. Armhole is calculated by bust divided by 6 plus 1.5. So mine is 7.1. So I'm going to input that right there. And where I dotted now, that's where I'm going to connect my line, and I'll take that line straight to the back. That line will serve as the chest line. So I'll label it by writing CL. That's the chest line for me. So the next thing I'll do is to input the basic neckline, which for me is 3 by 3 inches. If you're working with a plus size measurement, use 3.5 by 3.5 for the front basic neckline. And I'm just going to use my curve ruler to connect like so. So the next thing I'll do is to connect from the shoulder slope straight to the neckline like that. So on the chest line, I'll input half of the shoulder measurement, which is 7. Then I'll connect it to the shoulder slope where I slope down like so. So I will just do for the back, the neckline, I'll be doing 3 by 1, 3 for the width and 1 inch for the depth. If you're working with a plus size, do 3.5 by 1 inches. So just like so, I'll just connect it like that. And where I marked the shoulder measurement for the back, I will come down by 1 inch, the 1 inch for the shoulder slope for the back. Then on the chest line, I'm just going to input the shoulder measurement again, then connect it together. Then from there, I'll just connect back to the neckline to create the shoulder slope like so. So on the front, I'm going to input the quarter of the bust circumference. The bust circumference is 34 for me. 34 divided by 4 equals to 8.5. So you work with your own measurement. Because you are drafting half of the front and half for the back, that's why we divide the measurement into 4. So where I input the armhole measurement, I'm going to divide that into 2. So I'll look for the midpoint, then come in by 0.75 for the front to create the armhole curve. So I'm just going to use my curve ruler to connect the dotted together, like from where I'm inputting my bust measurement down to where I come in to the edge, like so. So I'll just input my cutter of my bust measurements on the chest line for the back too. And where I input the armhole measurement, I will find the midpoint for that too. Then I will come in by 0.5. For the front is 0.75, but for the back we're going to come in by 0.5. Then I'm going to connect it together like so using my curve ruler. If you have curve ruler, you can just use your hand, but make sure it's very smooth and straight like so. So the next measurement I'll input is the shoulder to the waist measurement, which for me is 16 inches. So we're going to be doing the same thing from the front and for the back because it's a dartless dress. So the shoulder to waist for the front is 16 and the shoulder to waist for the back is 16 too, because this is dartless, so it will be the same like that. So I'll label that WL, that's the waist line. So the next measurement I'll input is the shoulder to the hip, which for me is 24. My shoulder to hip is 24, or you can just easily mark from your waist to the difference between your waist and your hip. So mine is 8, so it's still the same thing. So shoulder to waist for me is 24. So you just work with your own measurement. Just measure from your shoulder to your waist. So that line that I'm marking right now will serve as the hip line. So I'll label it HL. HL like so. So the paper is equally my length of my gown, so it's just that. So the next measurement I'm going to input is the quarter of my waist measurement. My waist is 28, so 28 divided by 4 equals to 7. So I'll just input that on the waistline. And the next one I'll input is the hip. The hip is 36, so 36 divided by 4 equals to 9, and that's exactly what I have right there. So I'm just going to import the waistline for the waist measurement for the waist at the back, and the same thing is what I have on my hip. So I'm just going to connect the lines together like so. So I use my curve ruler to connect to the hip like that. So I just connect it right like so. So that is how we just going to do it right like so. I'm just shaping it so that there will not be any kind of sharp edge around the area. So that is all for the dartless basic gown. So that's all. So I'm still shaping it because I don't want any sharpness around that area. So that is all for the gown. So I'm just going to cut it out. Just cut out the pattern. So that's how you draft your basic gown, a basic dartless gown. So if you need your basic dartless gown to work on any of your projects, this is how you're going to draft it. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel. Please like this video, share it with your friends, please. So if you have any question, please ask your question in the comment section down below. So right now I'm just labeling the pattern. It's important to always label your pattern. So that's my front and this is the back. So I'm still writing my annotation, that is I'll cut the front on fold and cut the back 2 pieces. So please subscribe to my channel. I love you. Thanks for watching till this time. So I'll catch you in my next video. Bye bye.